Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Ultimate Racing League. You join us here for round 7 of the season. We are here for the Canadian Grand Prix around the streets of Montreal. Well, that is going to be a massive challenge for all these drivers. And I know a few of them are dreading wet conditions. It is intermediate conditions at the moment. A lot of the drivers are going for. Be a wet qualifying and a dry race. So I think a lot of the drivers are very pleased to see that. And we've got Owen heading out on racetrack and also Kronos Grand as well. Savage has put on a set of softs, interestingly. So clearly maybe the rain isn't going to last that long. It's going to be Owen. Let's do the onboard lap here with Owen. You can see there is a racing line there. So he's definitely intermediate conditions through the last chicane and avoid that wall on the right hand side. DRS, this is the first DRS zone not activated in the rain. Bring it over to the right hand side for turn 1. Brake as late as you dare. 60 miles an hour in these conditions, and then second part 40 miles an hour. Crawling pace through turn 2. Then accelerate up the hill. Try and cut the wheel spin in these, certainly in these conditions. Down into the, oh look at that, 3 and 4 so close. 5 and 6. Easy flat is turn 6 in the dry. Then down into 7 and 8, this tricky chicane as well. Over the curve. This is the second of the DRS zones in the dry. Oh, a bit of oversteer on the exit. As he comes down to this very tricky chicane. Don't take too much curb on the right hand side. It can spit the car around. That's turns 9 and 10. Then down towards the hairpin here. The casino hairpin. And look at this. Just 35 miles an hour in these conditions. Then hard on the power once again. So towards this long back straight. This is the third DRS zone in the dry. But even in these conditions with no DRS enabled, just about topping 200 miles an hour. And then down into this final chicane. There is the Wall of Champions on the right hand side. Stay out of that one as much as you can. In fact, avoid the curb completely in the rain for best traction. And Owen goes across the line with a 1:21.7. So here comes Jamie now down to the hairpin. Not gone purple in the middle sector. Oh, look at that. Struggling to get the power down. As he heads now down this long back straight. And down towards the final chicane. It's so easy, even in the dry, to get your lap invalidated here. Even more so in the wet. Hit the curves nicely. Oh, just about kept it together. Wow, how did he catch that? But he still goes second fastest. What an effort there from Jamie. As here comes Lewis now, World Championship leader in the Racing Point. And through the last chicane, keeps it together nicely. And then just the shortest route to the start and finish line. And he goes second, a 1:20.9. Here comes Davis now. The other one in with a shout of the World Championship in third place at the moment. And he's abandoned the lap. He has abandoned this lap. Can't see any damage. But maybe just feels like he can't do any better. He hasn't set a lap time yet, though. Here comes Hobgoblin now in the Alpha Tauri. Very good middle sector. The fastest of all so far. It's Owen from Lewis. Jamie has improved and gone third fastest. Pierce Gaming is 4th. Plink Duck is 5th. Then we have Kronos Grand in 6th. Tank is 7th. Auntie Val 8th. Sky Nasher in 9th. Fleets in 10th. And Napier 11th. As Hobgoblin goes fastest of all. Good lap there from Hobgoblin. 1:20.6. We have just over 6 minutes to go. And Blink Duck is on and in now. Let's see how Lewis is getting on. And he's invalidated the lap, but he was very good first sector. So the conditions look like they are improving out there. So keep an eye out on a few drivers. Napier's had his lap disallowed. So Savage and Davis now are out. And sorry, Aftermirror I thought was leaving the pit lane, but he's not. Auntie Val saying shocking lap from me. Well, you got a bit of time yet, mate. You've got 5.5 minutes to go. And Savage has this lap disallowed. And Davis there really struggling with traction on the way out of the corner. Here comes Davis down. Very good middle sector. Very good. The rain has definitely lightened out there. And it looks like it is improving. We heard from Steph 20 to 30 minutes for this rain to stop. So that will be probably around towards the end of Q2. So that can see some interesting changes there. Oh, and Davis with a big slide out of the last corner. Just held on to it. But Davis goes across the line. And fastest of all, a 1 minute 20.4. That's a very good lap. But it really does show just how much time they are finding out there. Lewis, 0.8 of a second up in the first sector. Let's see how Lewis is getting on, because he was looking extremely fast. 1.1 seconds up. They should be comfortably fastest of all from people, from Lewis, as he goes across the line. It is a 1:19.5. The last, what up, Pierce Gaming, 10th at the moment. And yeah, we see 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and all out on track. Savage is still trying to get a lap time on the board. Let's have a look what he can do as he comes into the final chicane. Don't get it invalidated on the final corner. Savage, as he comes down to the line, and he does a 1 minute 20.7. That's 5th fastest for him. Jamie back out on track as well in the Red Bull. So is Pierce Gaming. The two Red Bulls are both out on track. Oh, and Pierce has it invalidated in the final chicane. And look at Jamie really weaving that car about as he now heads to the line. And he goes second on a 1:20.0. And Dave Blaze Lewis goes fastest, a 1:19.2. So Lewis really trying to make sure anyone on their lap now, this is their last chance. Pierce Gaming is going quicker. And Nash is backing out of it, giving a tow to one of the Haas cars. That was Auntie Val. Husky's on a lap as well. So is Tank. Tank has found 3/4 of a second. We saw him jump up the order earlier on. Now he's down in 12th place. So he does need to improve. Kronos Grand could be the one under the most pressure here at the moment, because he is in the pit lane and not going to get out in time. Here comes Tank across the line. Where can he go? He goes 6th, a 1:20.6. Fleets has gone 13th. He's got just enough time to get another lap in though. And so I think just will Pierce Gaming is going to be close. No, he's out of the session. No, he's not. He's 15th. Unless Copper Queen can knock him out. Let's have a look. This is going to be close here. Can Steph knock out her brother out of Q2? Yes, she does. Steph goes 14th. And Pierce Gaming is out of the session. So we're into Q2 now. And I will do another onboard lap with somebody, because we didn't really see the track at its full potential there. So we'll do another onboard lap in the almost fully dry conditions. You still see little patches of damp out there. But the first car out, I believe, is Kronos Grand. Is it? No, it's not. It's Tank in the Ferrari then. Or Savage. Savage. Okay, let's do an onboard lap with Savage. We don't often get the chance to do it. Or who's going to be the first one by? I think it will be Owen. If it's Owen, I'll do it with Owen. I know he likes when I do an onboard lap with him. There we go. Right, let's do an onboard lap with Owen in the dry conditions. He's starting on the medium tyres, or he's going for a lap on the medium tyres at least. Oh, and he nearly loses it into the chicane. But here we go, down towards the start and finish line. DRS zone there, down towards turn 1, breaking down into third gear, 80 miles an hour. Into turn 2, he's gone a little bit wide, but he's about 55 on the apex of there. Then an important traction zone here, slightly uphill towards turn 3 and 4. 90 miles an hour in the first part, 105 in the second. Turn 5, flat. Turn 6, flat in the dry. Down towards turn 7, 70 miles an hour. Turn 8, 90 and accelerating. And then the second DRS zone. down this curving back straight, even with the DRS open still 195 miles an hour into this chicane, 100 miles an hour, then 110. Get on the power as early as you can, then down towards this hairpin, down at turn 11, 190 miles an hour, braking down. Oh, and he's completely missed his braking point. Completely missed his braking point there. He's about 40 miles an hour hairpin, excuse me. And then down towards the final chicane. Grabbing a massive toe there off the back of Savage into the final chicane, about 100 miles an hour through the apex to there. And then along the start and finish line, and Savage doesn't go fastest, Owen does. Savage had his first lap disallowed. Husky has gone fastest on a 1:10.7. Auntie Val is going to be the next one through in the Haas. Oh, and his teammates hit the wall. Napier's clipped the wall on the exit, and Auntie Val goes fastest of all. Get here. Anyone who makes it into the top 10, whatever tyres they qualify on, those are the tyres that they will start the race on. So that's why we're seeing some drivers out on the medium to compound tyres. They're the tyres they want to start the race on. Owen taking a lovely line through the final chicane as he comes up to the line now, and he goes second on a 1:10.6. The order at the moment, Lewis is fastest from Hobgoblin. They're both under 1:10. So is Jamie in third place. Savage is fourth, also under 1:10. Tank is fifth. Davis is sixth. Seventh for Auntie Val. Then it's Owen, Husky, and Kronos Grand rounds out the top 10. And Tank has improved again, but remains in fifth position. Those at the moment not making it through are Blink Duck, Sky Nasher, and Copper Queen. Fleets and Napier. And Napier's had this lap disallowed. So Blink Duck is going again. We got Owen and Husky about to complete their laps. They're 9th and 10th at the moment. Auntie Val needs to get out of the pits now, as Owen goes fifth. Owen goes fifth on a 1:10.0. And there is Auntie Val leaving the pit lane. Sky Nash has found a quarter of a second as well. Oh, and he's hit the wall. I just saw him lose the back end, and he's nearly spun it round. Has he got front wing damage? I think he has. So that could be the end of his qualifying. Napier on a lap as well. We got a minute to go in this session. Blink Duck remains in 12th position. Here goes Fleets going again. He's going for another lap. Davis has disallowed this lap. Here comes Kronos Grand. Yeah, I think he's going to go again. So who else is on a lap? Owen's going even quicker on this set of tyres as he comes out of the last corner. Owen now down to the line, and he does a 1:9.9. He goes up to fourth. Look how close it is between third and fifth. Less than a tenth of a second. Auntie Val should just about get around in time. Napier goes ninth. Napier's gone ninth. That pushes Husky out of the session. Fleets had this lap disallowed. I think that's him out of the session. And Blink Duck has retired. And I don't think, and Steph hasn't improved, and Steph remains. And Kronos has spun it. Kronos has spun it. Out of the hairpin, I think. So Kronos was right up there in 7th place as Husky locks up. And there is Kronos in the wall. So can someone, is Auntie Val the driver at risk at the moment? He is going quicker though, not by a lot. So Husky goes across the line and he goes 7th. So it's Auntie Val now. It's all down to him. Can he knock Napier, his teammate, out of qualifying. Here he comes. No, he doesn't. So there we have it. Untill, Fleet, Blink Duck, Sky Nasher and Copper Queen all out of qualifying. I'm going to have confirmation of the top 10. Only the top 3 have progressed on the medium tyres. That's Lewis, Hobgoblin and Jamie. Owen, Savage, Tank, Husky, Davis and Napier are the cars who have made it. So 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens, a Haas, a Renault, a Red Bull, an AlphaTauri and a Racing Point. And the 5 cars eliminated, Untill, Fleet, Blink Duck, Sky Nasher and Copper Queen, but Kronos Grand also will not be taking part. Q3, we lose another 3 minutes off the time. We're down to just 12 minutes now, and all the drivers except Savage are out on the track at the moment. And Owen, as per normal, is the first one out. So let's see what he can do as he heads down to the hairpin. A little bit wide on the apex. Lewis looking a little bit neater into the corner. And here comes Owen now down to the final chicane. Who is going to get pole position? Let's get your predictions there on the Twitch chat. Who do you think will snatch pole position? It's been a difficult qualifying to read so far. But Owen goes across the line on a 1 minute 10.1. Lewis immediately beats that, and Hobgoblin a 1 minute 8.7. Fastest lap by a mile so far this evening. Napier's gone 4th. Here comes Husky, and he's backed out of the lap, and this next lap's disallowed as well. Here comes Tank. Tank could be in for a very good qualifying session here because he's looking very quick, and he goes 3rd. 3rd fastest for Tank so far. Here comes Davis into the final chicane in the McLaren. What can he do as he goes across the line, and he goes 4th, a 1 minute 10.0 from him. It is Jamie in the Red Bull. Savage is now out on track, a 191, second on the grid for Jamie. Husky heading out on track for his second run here in Q3. Had his first lap times disallowed, so he's going again. Here is Davis. Good first sector from him. Can Davis get himself up there as well? Jamie sitting second on the grid at the moment, on the front row. Where is he? He's found a fraction in the first sector. What about Jamie? Very good middle sector. Could Jamie snatch pole position here? Lewis snatch provisional pole position away from Hobgoblin, his main championship rival, in the dying few minutes of session. Through the last corner, very close to the wall. And Lewis goes second, a 1 minute 8.9. He can't quite do it. What about Napier? 3/10 up on his best in the middle sector. Can he break the 1 minute 10 barrier as well? Tank is on a lap as well, and he's had this one disallowed. So let's see what Napier can do. Here he is, 8th position at the moment. And he goes 6th, a 1 minute 9.9. Husky, his teammates done a 1:10.0. What can he do as he goes across the line? He does a 1 minute 9.8, that's 6th. What can Davis do? And Owen as well. Davis out of the last corner, and he's going to go across the line, and he goes 4th. And Owen's had his lap time disallowed. Hobgoblin takes pole position for the Canadian Grand Prix. Lewis alongside him. The two championship rivals are right next to each other on the grid. Jamie, an excellent 3rd on the grid. Davis 4th. Owen 5th. Tank, a brilliant 6th in the Ferrari. Husky 7th. Napier in 8th. And Savage lines up 9th on the grid. But it's very close in the top 10. Here we go. The drivers are readying up now for the Canadian Grand Prix. 35 laps off the track. It is going to be a dry race all the way through, which is good. Well, good for the drivers anyway. I know it always does produce a little bit of excitement for us, but it's going to be a dry race, and I'm sure it's going to be a very close race anyway, given how close the lap times are. So let's just run you through the grid for the start of this race. Hobgoblin, he's going to start on pole position, his first UGL pole position. Lewis alongside him. Keep an eye out on Lewis at the start. He's had some brilliant starts so far this season. Jamie lines up third alongside Davis in fourth place. Owen and Tank make up row 3. That's Renault and Ferrari. Husky in the second McLaren lines up in 7th. Ed Napier in the Haas. Savage in 9th. Just in front of his, not his teammate, sorry, but Kronos Grand in 10th place in the Alfa Romeo. He crashed out in Q2. Antival 11th in the Haas. Fleet in 12th in the Williams. His teammate just behind him in 13th. Then we've got Sky Nasher in 14th, just ahead of Copper Queen in 15th. Pierce Gaming 16th in the Red Bull. 17th After Mirror, his first race. And Curly Tyler has joined, but he is in a Mercedes. But I'm sure we can sort that out and give whatever points he gets to the Renault team. But he is going to line up in 18th position on the grid. The majority of drivers are on the soft tyres. The top 3 completed Q2 on the medium, so that's what they start on. Auntie Val in 11th, also on the mediums. Blink Duck is going for a bit of a gamble here. He's starting on the hard compound tyres in 13th position. Also, Pierce Gaming in 16th and Curly Tyler in 18th position are going to be on the medium tyres. So that is the grid. They're lining up now. And keep an eye out on turn 1. We've seen some massive accidents there over the years. Remember Alexander Wurtz back in 98, a triple barrel roll into the gravel trap down there. Jarno Trulli a year later crashed out as well. But here we go. Just waiting for the lights to come on, and here we go. The 5 lights are coming on now. It's lights out, and away we go in a great start there from one of the Alfa Romeos in the midfield. But Lewis has had a brilliant start, and no, he's not. He's had a poor start and dropped down the grid. It's Hobgoblin leading the race from Jamie in second position as they head down. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Has there been contact? There's a Ferrari round. I think that's Tank. Napier has hit Tank, and there's all sorts of Copper Queen is down there as well. But ignore that graphic on the left-hand side. It's Hobgoblin leading the race. We have a safety car. We have our first safety car, and there is Copper Queen getting back going again. The safety car's good news for her if she needs front wing change, which she does. It's Hobgoblin leading from Jamie. Owen up to third. Good start from him. Lewis, poor start. He's had such good starts this season, and he's down to 4th. Davis 5th. Savage up to 6th. Great start from him. Husky 7th. Auntie Val's had a good start as well, up into 8th place. Then Fleet is 9th. Sky Nasher, what a start from him. Up to 10th in the Mercedes. Blink Duck 11th. Tyler as well. From the back of the grid, he's up to 12th. Pierce Gaming 13th. After Mirror in 14th position. Then Kronos, Napier, Tank and Copper Queen. But I think those back 4 are all going to have to make a stop. And Altamira as well. And Pierce. So the bottom 6 are all going to have to make a stop at the end of the first lap. But the safety car is very good news indeed for them. Safety car is in this lap. So now Hobgoblin effectively becomes a safety car. It's up to him to decide when he goes for it. He's going to keep the pack at a pace that he feels comfortable, and then when the safety car pits, he's up to him when he goes for it. Keep an eye out on Kronos Grand at the back on those soft tyres. He could be making a pretty good start. Also, Owen up in third. As Kronos Grand and Altamira have made contact. And Hobgoblin still hasn't gone yet. He's going to wait right to the start and finish line before he goes. There he goes. And Kronos Grand has got a penalty as well. But Hobgoblin with a very good restart. Jamie follows him nicely. And now Lewis has got a bit of a problem. And there's a Haas spun in the background. It's Napier. Napier has spun. Fleet has got past Husky up into 8th place. In the Williams. Antival up into 7th as well. Top 4 making a bit of a break, but no one else really is. Antival having a look up the inside of Savage into the chicane. Oh, and Savage, was there a bit of contact there? Because Savage has lost a bit of momentum and Antival's through. And now Fleet is having a look at Savage as well. Oh, there's contact between Fleet and Antival. And now Savage is back past Fleet as well. Definite contact there. Has Fleet got damage? I think he has. He's lost his front wing end fence on the left-hand side. Just outbraked himself into the hairpin. Surely he's going to have to pit. No, he's going to try and carry on with it. But Owen now all over the back of Jamie down into turn 2. Oh, and Jamie gives him the space, but Owen can't quite find a way through. Oh, a bit of oversteer on the exit there from Jamie. Don't forget Jamie on the medium tyres. Owen on the softs. So Owen will have a bit more grip right now as they come through. And look at Lewis there trying to find a way past the pair of them. I'm not sure what's happened, but Tank down at turn 1 is out of the race. And we have our second safety car of the day. Another safety car, as I said, the top 4 all pitted. So we have a bit of a jumbled up race order at the moment. And this is great to see. This is commentator's dream out there right now. Auntie Val leads the race in the Haas. Tyler, he's in the Mercedes at the moment, but he is the Renault driver. He is second. Don't forget Tyler started at the back of the grid, and he's now up into second place. Hobgoblin, who has stopped, is third. Blink Duck, who started on those hard tyres in the Williams, there he is now fourth. The 2 Red Bulls are 5th and 6th. That's Pierce, Amy. Lewis is 7th. He's got ahead of Owen in the pit stops. Napier is 9th. Davis is in 10th position now in the McLaren. Steph is up to 11th in the Racing Point. So good race so far from her. Savage is 12th. Husky is 13th. Fleet is 14th. Sky Nasher is 15th. Kronos Grand is in 16th position. After Mirror, it has pitted, and he is now 17th, but he'll easily catch up to the back of the field. But so, safety car in this lap. Once again, Auntie Val becomes the safety car. It's up to him when he decides to go for it. Tyler is having a brilliant race at the moment in second position in this race. So here we go. Down towards the final chicane. When is Auntie Val going to go for it? We saw Hobgoblin earlier wait till quite late, and Auntie Val's done the same thing, and he maintains the lead. Hobgoblin already trying to have a look at Tyler, but can't. Oh, that's Spears Gaming having a look up the inside of Blink Duck. Not quite close enough. And Jamie now driving there, and Hobgoblin's got past Tyler. Hobgoblin immediately pounces and takes second place away from Tyler. Pierce Gaming has got past Blink Duck now and up into fourth. And look at that, there's Lewis going up the inside. Can Lewis make that stick past Jamie? Yes, he can. And I think Jamie's... No, I thought he spun round, but he hasn't. But Lewis up into fifth, and now he's going for it up the inside of Blink Duck. And Lewis up to fifth. And Jamie is forced wide. And Owen now takes 7th. It's all happening in the midfield as they come down towards the hairpin. And now Hobgoblin all over the back of Auntie Val. This is the fight for the lead. And Hobgoblin's had a good run and he takes the lead of the race. So Hobgoblin back into the lead of the race already. What a restart lap he's had. Auntie Val in 2nd, Tyler in 3rd. Pierce Gaming is in 4th place. And there's here a flag in sector 3. Not sure what that was. I think somebody might have collided with the wall. And there's another safety car. There is another safety car. And yes, Aftermir has lost his front wing. So has Kronos Grand. And Copper Queen's in there as well. So, lap 13 of this race. And a few more drivers have made pit stops in this race. But Hobgoblin still leads. Pierce Gaming now up into 2nd position. Having a very good race indeed. Yet to stop in that Red Bull. No, I think he did stop actually. I'm just going to have a quick look. I think he stopped very early on in the race. He has made his pit stop as Pierce. So he's now up into 2nd position. Lewis up to 3rd. Now he's gone for the hard tyres. Hobgoblin on the mediums. So maybe a bit of a change of strategy, different strategy going on there. Blink Duck is up to 4th now in the Williams. Safety car in this lap. Jamie 5th. Savage up to 6th. Davis is 7th. Then we got Husky, Fleet. Sky Nasher is 10th. Tyler is 11th. He did make a stop under the safety car. Auntie Val 12th. Napier 13th. Steph is 14th. Aftermirror 15th. Owen made a pit stop under the safety car and he is now at the back of the field, but he might be going to the end on those hard compound tyres. Let's see. Now, Hobgoblin did the last safety car restart and he waited very, very long time before he went for it, as we saw Auntie Val doing as well. So, let's have a look. And here we go. Here goes Hobgoblin now. Down towards turn 1. He's made another good restart. Lewis all over the back of Pierce Gaming. But can't do anything about it at the moment. But already Hobgoblin with over a 2nd lead. And Jamie's getting past Blinked Up. Jamie is through up into 4th place. And Savage is right in there as well. Can Savage now have a look at Blinked Up as well? Yes, he does. That's a good move there from Savage to take 5th position away. Dave. So we've got Hobgoblin from Lewis, from Jamie, Pierce Gaming 4th, Savage 5th, then Blinked Up, Davis, Husky, the two McLarens very close together. Is Husky going to be close enough to have a look at his teammate? I don't think he is. Can Tyler get past Nasher? I don't think he can. Into the final corner. And look at this, the two Mercedes are going for it. Oh, Tyler not quite close enough there to get past Nasher. Hobgoblin now pulling away. He's got a 3-second lead already. There is your race leader. And it is so close down there. And, well, this is a battle and a half. We've got the two McLarens very close together. Then these two Mercedes boys very close together with Auntie Val right behind them as well. Can Tyler now find a way past Sky Nasher into the hairpin? Yes, he can. And Auntie Val pounces as well. A bit of contact between those two, but Auntie Val's pounced and has made it stick. So Auntie Val now through. And Fleet has made a mistake. And Tyler's made it past him as well. Husky's race, we're approaching half distance. Look at that queue of cars behind Pierce, who made one stop very early in this race. But right now he's more than happy, I think, to be running in 5th. And Lewis now is going to try desperately to close the gap down to the race leader. He's over 3 seconds. Auntie Val into the pits. Front wing change for the Haas. So he is going to drop. He's dropped to the back of the field. He's going to be a long way down as Davis gets past Napier. Up into 10th position for him. So Blink Duck right up behind Pierce Gaming. And look at that, he's had a better run out of the chicane, and Blink Duck up into 5th place. But can Pierce outbreak him into the hairpin? He can, just squeezes up the inside. Now who's going to have DRS of those two? Husky's in there as well, and Fleets. Now who's going to have the DRS? I'm not actually sure which one of those two, but Husky certainly has. And now Husky's going for it. And he's made his way past Blink Duck down. Oh, has he? Oh, and Husky spins it. Husky spins it. Pierce has got a penalty after pitting. Oh, and that's after Mirror having to make avoiding action there. Pierce Gaming into the pits as well. Hobgoblin, meanwhile, continues to extend his lead out front. Now, we're at the halfway point of the race. I'm going to open it up to everyone watching on the Twitch stream. Get your vote in for driver of the day. Type the name of the driver who you think deserves driver of the day into the Twitch chat, and I will tally them up as we go along. Now, Lewis has just got a penalty. So at the moment, there are only 4 drivers out there getting the extra 5 points. That's Blink Duck in 5th, Husky, who's currently 11th, Copper Queen in 12th, and Auntie Val in 15th. They're the only ones getting the extra 5 points for that at the moment. But Hobgoblin has lead is now 4 seconds as Davis gets past Blink Duck, and Blink Duck pits. So he's gone over half distance on those tyres. He's going to drop down the order, but maybe a set of medium should see him to the end of this race. As let's see where he comes out. Yeah, set of mediums. That should see him there as Fleets gets past Napier. Fleets up into 6th position as Tyler down near the back of the field sets fastest lap of the race. And Tyler's going past Copper Queen to take 10th position. Blink Duck here needs to get past Seth as well as quickly as possible to limit the compromisation of his race. They're all got in. Oh, there's been a contact there. But, yes, they're just out in front of Napier. Napier's come out the pits just behind these 3. Owen absolutely flying on those hard tyres and up into what is now 7th position, but Fleets is trying to come back at him. Not quite close enough, I'm afraid. And Fleets pits. Fleets into the pits. Hobgoblin continuing to just stretch that lead a little bit. There he is, your race leader. There is Lewis in 2nd position with Jamie just behind him. Now, I believe Hobgoblin and Jamie will have to stop again. I'm not sure about Lewis. Husky pits from 8th place. I'll tell you who's doing very well out of this at the moment is Alpha. Here he is in the other Alpha Tauri. He's up into 7th position now in this race. Driving an absolute blinder in a race so far. Tyler on fresher, soft tyres all over the back of the Alpha Tauri. And he's had a good run out of that chicane, and Tyler's through. Up into 7th now for Tyler. But Lewis now starting to close up on Hobgoblin. The gap down to 4.5 seconds. There is your race leader. 4.5 seconds clear of Lewis. Yellow flag in sector 3. That is Fleet's round. Fleet's spun it. Coming out of the hairpin. And once again, Copper Queen and Pierce Gaming very close together on the racetrack. Napier coming out of the pits on very old medium tyres, but he's going to come out in 12th position. So, race order, lap 26, Hobgoblin leads by a shrinking gap at the moment. It's down to 4.2 seconds over Lewis. Jamie is in 3rd. Savage is 4th, having a good race there. Owen is 5th. Tyler is 6th. Then we've got After Mirror in 7th. Davis in 8th, Auntie Val in 9th, Husky is 10th, then we got Fleets in 11th, Napier in 12th, Copper Queen and Pierce Gaming very close together in 13th and 14th, and Blink Duck after that extra stop is in 15th place. 3 retirements, Nasha, Kronos and Tank, and Pierce Gaming does get past Steph to take 13th place. Now, Lewis, I don't know if he'll have to stop again. It'll be a big ask to get those tyres to the end. I'm sure Hobgoblin, Jamie and Savage will have to stop, and Tyler. And yes, as I say that, Hobgoblin pits. Hobgoblin into the pit lane. Jamie's carrying on, so is Savage. So Lewis now takes over the lead of the race. Jamie up into second. Savage up into third. So Hobgoblin set of soft tyres to go to the end. He's going to come out in 4th position, but he will be extremely quick. So Lewis leads from Savage by 10 seconds. Hobgoblin is third. The big question that's going to decide this race is, does Lewis have to stop again in the lead of the race, or will he try and go to the end? If he pits now, he'll come out behind Hobgoblin, you would think, but can he make those hard tyres last to the end? What is Savage going to do? And he pits. Savage into the pits. And Hobgoblin sets fastest lap by a country mile. A 1:10.7. The lead is 13.5 seconds. But Hobgoblin is catching very quickly. There is a yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that's about. But Hobgoblin is absolutely flying. So it's 2.5 seconds a lap. At this pace, Hobgoblin can catch Lewis before the end of the race. Owen is up to third now, but now has Jamie all over the back of him. Savage comes out of the pits in 5th. Davis is 6th. Yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Looks like an AlphaTauri. Was that after mirror, or was it Hobgoblin? Not sure, but the yellow flags have gone away. So now it's going to be all about how long can Lewis make these tyres last. Can he keep the pace up? 13.8 from Lewis on that lap. Hobgoblin does a 1 minute 11.1. Another 2.7 seconds. The gap's down to just 9 seconds now. This is going to be so close toward the end of the race. And here comes Owen, having to defend from Jamie. And Jamie's through. Jamie takes third place away from Owen. The closest battle on track is this one between Auntie Val in 7th and Tyler in 8th position. 33, and Hobgoblin's got the gap down to 5.4 seconds. He's got 3 laps to close that down, plus a little bit of traffic. There's a Williams in front of him, and it's got out of the way. I think that was Blink Duck. As Tyler gets past Auntie Val, Tyler is through and up into 7th. We're into the final lap of the race, and Lewis still has nearly a 3-second lead over Hobgoblin. Hobgoblin is not catching quick enough as he laps Pierce Gaming there in 13th place. Well, what a race it has been so far, but Lewis, after a terrible start, has dropped back. He dropped back to 4th place at the start. The other close battle is this one here, Owen and Savage, 4th and 5th, as Fleets gets past Napier to get into the top 10. Can Owen hang on to 4th, or will Savage get him in the last lap? But Lewis here looks like he's going to extend his championship lead once again from Hobgoblin as we come down to the last chicane, the last corner of the last lap. And Lewis comes across the line to win the Canadian Grand Prix. What a drive from Lewis. Hobgoblin takes second place. Jamie here is going to take his second podium in a row. Jamie takes third. Now can Owen hang on ahead of Savage? Not quite, but Owen takes fourth, Savage takes fifth. Pierce Gaming has finished in 13th place. Blink Duck has finished in 14th. Here comes Davis to take 6th position. Tyler from the back of the grid is going to finish in 7th. Napier gets back past Fleets right at the end as well. Here comes Auntie Val to finish 8th. And he takes 7th on penalty countback. And Husky takes 8th. Napier and Fleets fighting over 10th and 11th place down towards the line. It could be, oh, and Napier gets a penalty on the final corner. That could give Fleets 10th. It does. It does after Mirror finishes his first race. And he actually jumps a couple of places there right at the end. He takes 10th place.